guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a very special one. We're going to talk about all the makeup products that is like totally worth the hype. Some of them are a little old, some of them pretty new. I have absolutely loved each and every one of these products that I'm going to talk about, and I totally feel that all of them are totally worth the hype. So if you're ready to see which are like my top favorite products, which are worth every single hype, then please keep on watching. So let's start off with the way I applied my face makeup, and I'll put like bits and pieces of the video where I applied this face using all these products. The only difference is right now I'm sitting like hours and hours later I filmed that, so there'll definitely be like a difference of lighting, because when I was filming it, it was like right day in the morning, and right now it's afternoon. I went to the church, I came back, and that is how it looks. So ignore the lighting situation, but otherwise let's begin talking. So the first product that I applied was the primer, and I'm going to talk about my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. And I feel like this is totally worth the hype. Not saying that there are not any drugstore primers that cannot do the same thing, but I personally feel all the claims that this Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, whatever it says, it totally does. And I am very happy about that. I really like applying this, especially in the center of my face, and that's what I did today. And it totally blurred out my skin texture, my pores, and it gives like a smooth base, smooth canvas, like the name says. And I totally feel that it's totally worth the hype. I know that it is a pricey product because it's Tatcha. If you're looking for like an alternative, I really feel like the e.l.f. Putty Primer does a very similar job. Not an exact, I would say, but a very similar job. So I would totally say that this is worth the hype. The next product that I applied, it's a big favorite of mine from the last year when it was launched, and this is my Fenty's Eavesdrop. And in this, I am in the shade 11, which is for like medium with neutral skin tones. And you can see like how beautifully it blends on the face. It's absolutely lightweight. It gives like a good medium buildable coverage on the skin. It's supposed to be like a skin tint, but I feel like it's definitely a little more than a skin tint, but a little less than a foundation. I totally love applying this every day of my life. I have loved traveling with this. The packaging is absolutely like compact, and you get like more product in it. It comes with like 1.08 fluid ounce, where generally foundations come with 1 fluid ounces. So I really love this product, and I totally feel like out of the skin tints that I have, this is definitely one among my favorites. So I would say yes. Now let's talk about the brushes, the BK Beauty brushes. Now this landed in my collection this month, and I have totally loved using this. I've washed this several times, used this several times, and I have BK Beauty's 101 brush for foundation. And the shape is what it is, like super unique, and I love that it covers a great amount of like surface area on your skin, and it's so soft. It's high quality brush, and everything like from the ferrule to the handle to the bristles, everything seems luxe. And the second brush that I have is their concealer brush that they made in collaboration with Angie Hot and Flashy, and this is A506. Again, a baby version of the foundation brush. I think those shape is what it makes unique, and this is also so lovely. I have a very similar brush, but a little bit more on like a larger side, and this is from Laura Los Angeles, and this was their brush number L24. Very similar in shape but different in sizes. So as you can see, 101 is like the large one, this is Laura Los Angeles one, and this is their concealer brush. I really prefer this brush over the Laura Los Angeles one. One, it is like a little more densely packed, and it covers smaller places. So I can go right in this corner where I have the deepest amount of like dark circles, and it just covers everything. And there's no streaks. It blends beautifully, and that's what I love about these brushes. I would highly recommend BK Beauty brushes. I do have a code with them. I'll put everything in the description box below for you guys to check it out if you haven't already. I always link all my products, all my coupons, everything in the description box. So do check it out, and yes, I would 100% recommend these. So the next product that we're going to talk about is the M Cosmetics So Soft Sculpting Bronzer, as well as the blush stick. This 1000% recommend. Like, I feel like there are so many bronzer sticks in the market, blush sticks in the market, but the formula is what sets it apart than anyone else. They have like a soft matte finish on your face. That is like my preference of the finish on my skin, just because I am more of like a combination oily skin person. I really like soft matte finishes on my face that can like smooth out all the texture, smooth out all the bumps on my skin. And these products are like absolutely magical. They blend like a dream. They're so seamless on the skin. I absolutely love both these products. And let me swatch it for you guys. In the bronzer, I am in the shade Nomadic, which is a little more on the darker side, but again, you can see it in the application how beautifully it blends. And in the blush stick, I am in the shade Lychee, which is more of like a peachy shade, but again, it gives such a fresh look on the face. I absolutely love them. So these are the products, like heavily swatched. But I would say if you go like down a shade, which I actually did in their bronzer stick initially, I got the shade Summer, I think, and that was pretty light on me, and I could not see like those definitions. I rather preferred like a darker bronzer stick, because I knew that even if I go like darker a shade, I can still blend it very nicely because of the formula. And you can see like how beautifully it blends, and you can like keep on blending and you'll see like that soft matte finish coming through. Let me show you like the blended effect. Like, look at that. It just blends really nicely, really nicely. Again, I would highly recommend this. If you have not tested out anything from M Cosmetics, I feel like I've not gotten disappointed with any of their products. I have a lot from their line. I have their lip cushions, I have their lip clouds, I have their true glosses, I have these blush sticks, I have their powder blushes, which are again so nice. Like, I feel like M Cosmetics is a brand that does few products but such good quality products that you can hardly get disappointed by any of the releases that they are launching. So I would highly recommend M Cosmetics in general, but my favorite out of the bunch is definitely this, and even their lip cushions. But I'm going to talk about 2 lip products today. So yeah, stay tuned. Now let's move on to the powder. When you swatch it, it feels like it's doing nothing, but when you apply it, you totally can see your blurred face. You can totally feel and see like blurred under eyes and blurred skin, but it doesn't feel like you're applying a powder. It's very weird. Like, it's so nice quality. And I'm talking about my Kosas Cloud Set powder, and I have mine in the shade Comfy, which is more for like medium skin tones. Mine is a little cracked, that's why it looks like that, but I use it all the time. That's why it looks like this also. So I really would recommend this. You can see it in the application, like it instantly blurs out the skin like no other. It smoothens out the texture. It's just flawless. If you're a person who struggles with like applying powder on your face because you have a dry texture or anything, I would highly recommend this. I actually would recommend this to any skin type. You would be amazed how beautifully this blends into your skin, and this is amazing, like absolutely amazing. Would definitely recommend this. The best part is you can set your entire face, you can set only your under eyes. I generally do set my under eyes only with this, because I tend to go with like a loose setting powder all around my face, just because that's how high maintenance I am. What should I say? But otherwise, you can totally, today I used it all over my face and under my eyes, and you can see how beautifully, how flawless it just melts into the skin. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, the next highlighter that I have to recommend, actually not recommend, but I totally fell in for the hype and then got this, but I have not been disappointed, and I would say this again is like totally worth the hype. And this is from Ofra Cosmetics, and this is their highlighter palette. I'm not saying that you need to buy the highlighter palette, but any of the highlighters that they have in their collection is absolutely beautiful and seamless. Like, these have some beautiful, like, they're well-known shades. That's why I went with this. And actually, Corley is the one who gifted me this. I already had the shade called Rodeo Drive, which is the second one. This comes with Star Island, Rodeo Drive, Bali, Pillow Talk, and Blissful. And today I used the shade Rodeo Drive and Bali today, just because I wanted that peachy look. And for my inner corners, I used this shade, which is Pillow Talk. I really love everything about this highlighter, and you can see how blinding it is, how smoothly it blends into the skin, and it just gives like a glow, a good like glow, and it doesn't emphasize the texture. I would say if you are using like a flimsy brush, more like if you're more using like this kind of a flimsy brush, it would emphasize the texture because you are picking up the highlighter and it is like just placing it on top of your skin. It's not like buffing into your skin. Rather, if you use more of like this denser brush, and this is my Real Techniques setting brush, I generally use this as my highlighter brush, and this helps to buff into the skin. And that's what I love about this brush, because it's a little more of a densely packed brush, but it gives that highlighted face. I love it. I absolutely would recommend this, like without a doubt. Yes. So the next product that I have to talk about, we all have heard, and this is the All Nighter by Urban Decay, and they keep coming out with different versions of All Nighter setting spray. Right now, currently I have the All Nighter with vitamin C in it, and I am enjoying this. Like, I really am enjoying this. I love how fresh it feels after applying it, and this lasts your makeup for such a long time. And let's not forget about the nozzle. Like, it is such a fine spray. Like, can you see that? It just showers. Like, it's a mist. It's a great mist. I love this product, and the way it smells, the way it sets, it's just amazing. One day I was not even testing it, but I accidentally was like swatching all my swatches of my eyeshadow, and then I sprayed this on top of it, and it just set those eyeshadow swatches on my hand that once I went to office, I washed my hands, it was still there. And that's how, you know, like it's so foolproof. It's so like, it just sets whatever you want it to set, like for an entire day, till the time you don't want to take it off. It's not going anywhere. So I would highly recommend this. Let's move on to the lips. Now, the lipstick, I totally feel like it's totally worth the hype, is this Maybelline Vinyl lipstick. And this is the Super Stink Vinyl ink, and I have mine in the shade Cheeky, which is more of this like mauvey tone. And this is what I applied in the morning, and you can see like it's still there. And I applied, my mask was like at 9:30 in the morning, and right now it's 2 o'clock. So it's been there for such a long time. I had my lunch too, and it's still there. But there's another product that I still want to recommend to you guys, and that is by Makeup by Mario. This is the lip plumping serum. It is totally worth the hype, like totally 100% worth the hype. I was very skeptical on trying this because I was like, do I need another lip balm? If you like shiny lipstick, like glossy lipstick, you need it. You absolutely need it. Mine is like the newer shade, and this is in the shade Blush Glow, and I'm glad that I picked up the shade. I'm going to apply this so that you see this also in action. Can you see instantly how much shine it gives? It's stunning. You definitely don't need much of it because it's highly pigmented, and I would say a very good comparison to this is the M Cosmetics lip cushion. This M Cosmetics lip cushion totally dupes to each other, I would say. I don't know if they're shade dupes or not. Let me see. Now this one, I don't want to waste it. Now this one is Makeup by Mario's lip plumping serum, and this one is in the shade Blush Glow. You can see that, right? And let me swatch the M Cosmetics one. It's also that clickable formula, and mine is the shade Venetian Rose. Very, very comparable to each other. I would say very comparable. The only thing is that the Venetian Rose one is more like rosy, and the Blush Glow one is a little more on the browner side. So this is the Makeup by Mario's Blush Glow, and this is M Cosmetics lip cushion in Venetian Rose. Can you see how similar that is? It gives tint and great glossy shine on the lips. Yes, totally dupes to each other. So if you can find one over the other, I don't know, like, I think the M Cosmetics one a little more pricier than the Makeup by Mario one. And Makeup by Mario one I actually picked up on a sale. So I am thoroughly impressed. The next product that I'm going to talk about is an eyeshadow palette. Now, this brand of eyeshadow palette, a lot of people were hyping this. And I don't think that I had thought that I would like this by any means, just because this is a brand that does a lot of rainbow palettes, and I am more of a neutral person. You won't be able to even like think that I can create this kind of an eye look using this palette, but that's exactly what I did, and I love this quality of eyeshadow in that palette, now it'll be very difficult for me to stop buying this brand's eyeshadow palette, because now I know the quality and it is stunning. Like, I would not like 100%, 1000%, 10,000%, 1,000,000% recommend this palette. And this is from blendability Cosmetics, and this is their primal palette. Again, if you are looking for like a rainbow palette in your collection and you don't know what to pick up, I would say just go with this. Like, you just need to have like one blendability palette and just choose which tones you would wear the most and you would love it. Like, I literally have to stop myself wearing this palette, and that's how much special this is to me. Like, I literally have to stop myself. And I have played with all the shades in this palette, and you know, I dread my greens, but I love these greens on me. Like, I don't know, it's just magical. And I love playing with blacks now. Can you imagine that? The only shade I think that I'm not like, I have played with it, but I'm not like dipping continuously in this white. But otherwise, I'm dipping into all of them. These are like my totally my tones, like totally my tones. I regret not purchasing the Surge palette. I really do. But otherwise, I think I can still make this work. But look at my eyeshadow. It looks like Huda Beauty's like Rose Quartz palette. It looks like that. Like I'm wearing that, or like any maybe Natasha Denona retro palette. Like it's so mauvey. You won't think like, you know, you can create such an eyeshadow using this palette. But I totally used like 3 shades out of the bunch, I think. Winged, Exotic, and Nectar. Those are the 3 shades that I use. Actually, Instinct also. Those are the 4 shades that I use. So Nectar, Winged, Exotic, and Instinct. Like, oh, I am so in love with this. And I'll show you a quick recap of what I did on my eyes. I basically did Nectar on my inner third of the crease. I mixed Winged and Exotic together on the outer corners. I deepened it a tiny little bit with the shade Instinct, so that I like deepen it out everything. But on the lid, I didn't want to go with like deeper shimmers. So I dipped into my Colourpop Super Shock shadow in the shade Plume. I'm loving this. Again, another product which is totally worth the hype. You just need to select what colors, because you can easily get overwhelmed by the color range that they have, and they have a lot to offer. I would highly recommend their glitter formulas. It's totally not like a glitter. It's very, very smooth, but it gives such a glossy, shiny effect on the eyes. It's like totally unreal. Can you see that? It's a cool tone mauve shade. Just give you one swipe swatch. See, look at that. It just looks wet on your eyes. I love it. Like, I love my eye look, how it came out. I'm a big fan of it. Absolutely love it. And those were my products that I really wanted to talk about, that I totally feel is like totally worth the hype. Like, totally. I would 100% recommend these products, like without a doubt. And I really feel that this video was helpful for you guys. It helped you to like just concise your makeup collection if you're starting in makeup, or if you're just like overwhelmed on like what should I buy. I feel like these are the products that are like top-notch quality, and you should get it if you are looking for it. I won't say to buy it. It's totally on you. Like, don't put that on me. I'm doing a low buy myself, so I'm not going to tell you to go and buy it. But I would say these are like top-notch quality. If you buy these products, you're not going to be disappointed by it. But yes, that's all for today. If you did like this video, do give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.